All right, Mary, take it away.
Hey, everybody. I'm Mary Stevens. I am here today as one of the physicians from the Teen and Adult Down Syndrome Clinic at Christiana Care. I'm also Callie's mom, and Callie is 9 and has Down syndrome. So, our Teen and Adult Down Syndrome Clinic started seeing patients 5 years ago today. So it's really cool. We're having an anniversary. I got to talk with Lou Bartoszewski, who many of you know. He's a longtime geneticist in the area, current member of the board. Now he tells me officially retired. But Lou and I got approached about 5.5 years ago by members of the organization to say we really needed a clinic. And so with mentorship from Brian Chacoin and Brian Scottgo and George Capone and Peter Bullifa and others, we got it off the ground. We now see patients twice a month at the Center for Special Health Needs on the Wilmington campus of Christiana Care. We have a medical assistant, Key, who many of our families know. We have a social worker, Lori McNamara, with backup by Kim Prinsky. And while we have the Down syndrome consultation clinic, folks can also get their primary care within the Center for Special Healthcare Needs as well. So what we do at the clinic is we focus on optimized health of individuals with Down syndrome. We troubleshoot. So we've had a number of people come to us with a decline in function, and we work with them systematically to help figure out what it is. We work with specialty consultants in the area as needed. And we're really there just to listen and to help make life as good as it can and should be. I think that covers it. Lauren, I don't know if you have any other questions. Oh, we do get wonderful books from the Down Syndrome Association, which we're able to give new families and returning families. That's been a little bit on hold. We've been doing telehealth since COVID in March, but as of last week, we came back and we now can offer a hybrid model. So see patients both in person in Wilmington or virtually. I think this is going to be really positive for our folks in the southern part of the state, especially if we're seeing folks who need to have meds adjusted or anything like that and don't really require a physical exam. We can take care of it. So there you go. And I need help with the technology at work too.
Awesome. Thank you. Carrie, go ahead.
So good evening. My name is Carrie Stitsworth, and I'm the physician's liaison with Theraplay. So Theraplay provides occupational, speech, and physical therapy for kiddos birth to 21, as well as we have a comprehensive feeding program and concussion program. We have centers in Middletown and Newark that are able to support families in Delaware, and we're right across the line in Kennett Square for Pennsylvania, or potentially any families who are closer in that direction. We are currently seeing kiddos back in person now, as well as telehealth options. And all of our centers are back open and operating for any kiddos that might need additional assistance during this time.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, Lauren, you can go next.
All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Lauren Janis. I am the mother of 3 teenagers, one of which is Aaron, and he's now a freshman in high school, and he has Down syndrome. I'm an occupational therapist, and I'm currently the president of the American Hippotherapy Association, and I am here to talk to you today about hippotherapy and what it is and how it can benefit people with Down syndrome. So hippotherapy is the skilled manipulation of equine movement. So, and the people who are able to use equine movement as a part of therapy are occupational therapists, physical therapists, and speech language pathologists. And all of the national associations for OT, PT, and speech recognize hippotherapy as a standard treatment tool for these disciplines with training. So the American Hippotherapy Association represents therapists who utilize horses in their treatment. We have a website, American Hippotherapy Association.org, and if you're looking for a therapist in your state, you can go to a tab that says for families, and there's a place on the page that says find a therapist, and you just type in your state, and therapists who are members, so that means that they've received training in this guild manipulation of equine movement, they're listed there. And we've got therapists all across the Mid-Atlantic who are members of the American Hippotherapy Association. So thanks a lot, Lauren, for organizing this. It's nice to see people here on the Zoom, and I hope we get to see everybody in person next year.
Awesome, thank you. Nancy, you want to go next? Nancy with Nemours. Nancy, can you hear us? Nancy? She raised her hand. All right, not Shannon. Annie, do you want to go next?
Here we go. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, thanks.
Hi everyone. My name's Annie Baker, and I actually work at the AI DuPont Hospital for Children in the radiology department. But I happen to have a 20-year-old daughter, Shannon, with Down syndrome. And I happen to have an office there, and our Down Syndrome Association of Delaware actually needed some space to store some things because they started a clinic at the hospital where a self-advocate, a parent volunteer, actually spend a day at the clinic or half a day at the clinic to meet new families as they come in and to actually share their story and kind of let families know that it's going to be okay. And we provide resources that the Down Syndrome Association of Delaware prepares, little information packets and a book for the child, maybe a t-shirt, some cards and pens, and a list of all the things that the DSAD does for families throughout the year so that we can invite the families to become part of our membership group and just invite them to be part of the team. And I don't know how many families we've gotten that way, but the clinic at AI sees patients from the tri-state area, as far as I can see so far. And I know that some of those families I've seen at events after the fact, and it's actually a lot of fun. I'm pretty close with a couple of the moms who come there. I'm their backup, so because I work there and I can't always just stop what I'm doing to run and meet a new family. So I'm not the best at this, and I have to flip my badge over from my hospital badge to my Down Syndrome Association badges and kind of a volunteer at the hospital. But I'd say it's a really nice program to watch how our self-advocates actually speak to these families and tell them their stories and tell them about where they work and what they do and what kind of care they've received over the years at a hospital or otherwise. And I find that it's been a really powerful program. I don't know whether, and Lauren, you might be able to speak to this, whether it's something we've modeled after another association in the country did, or we started this on our own. But I just want to say it's really powerful.
Thank you, Annie. No, it's been great, and you're not a backup. You're very helpful, valuable. We also started a new program where when we meet the new families at clinic and receive their information sheet, we'll now be giving each of the families a basket of baby items that are Down syndrome specific and not, more of like a baby shower welcome gift. So that's something new that we've started and we're really excited about. My office is full of 50 new baskets waiting for babies to be born. So that's something that we're starting too. And the plan is we have parent volunteers that are trained to deliver those in person, but right now they're being mailed. So that's been great. Thank you, Annie. Nancy,
Sure.
I think we're going to try you again to see if we can hear you. Nancy?
Hi, this is Megan. Can you hear me?
Yes.
So I will speak on behalf of Nancy and I. She's my
Okay.
manager. I'm one of the physical therapists at our Becks Woods location.
Thank you.
So Nemours DuPont Children's Hospital has multiple therapy locations, so you can receive outpatient therapy services up at AI in the hospital, but we also have a variety of different satellite locations around Delaware, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania. So we have some in Deptford, Bryn Mawr, Pennsylvania, Bear, Delaware, Glen Mills, Pennsylvania. And Nancy is the manager at our Bear location called Becks Woods. So at this satellite location, we have on-site and now telehealth, physical, speech, and occupational therapy, in addition to feeding therapy. So some things we work on with all children, but we do have a large population of children with Down syndrome. We work on gross motor, fine motor, sensory skills. We have the option to work on splinting if necessary, work on their feeding skills, speech and language. And then if needed, we can work with them with an alternative and augmentative communication device. In addition, so we work with children of all ages, so from birth to 18 or as old as 21 if they are in our system by the time they're 18. So for the younger kiddos from 0 to 3, we actually serve as an early intervention provider as well. So you can get early intervention services through some of the home service providers, but you can also take your child to a Nemours therapy facility and get the same early intervention services that you would through Child Development Watch. We can just do it in an in-person outpatient clinic setting or via telehealth these days. So I know the Down syndrome clinic at AI has been talked about in more detail, and I'm not personally the therapist in that clinic. Karen Josephic is, and she wasn't able to join us tonight, unfortunately. So there might be others that are more knowledgeable about that clinic in particular, but we do have that clinic. And then a lot of times the therapist there refers a lot of the children for physical, occupational, speech, or feeding therapy services as she sees fit based on their screens whenever you go for your clinic visits.
Great, thank you. Thanks for being on, and sorry that we're having technical issues, Nancy.
That's okay. If there's anything, I can communicate with her via text. So if there's anything that I missed, I will let you guys know.
Awesome, thank you. And like I said, this will be recorded for families so that they can look at it after the fact as well. So it should be helpful for them. All right, Sophie, your turn.
Thank you. Thanks, Lauren, and welcome everybody. So I'm Sophie Schroyer from Mass Mutual Greater Philadelphia. I'm actually based in Delaware, but we have 20 offices all around the Greater Philadelphia area. And we have a special care planning team that's headed up by a gentleman called Bruce Sham, who couldn't be here this evening, so I'm speaking on his behalf. But Bruce has been a special care planner. Actually, I don't want to say how many years because that would give his age away, but he was one of the first 6 in the country. So we will actually, as a resource, we're there to help families who have maybe have questions around finances, how to really protect their loved ones, kind of look towards the future and sort of the what ifs, and looking at different scenarios of how to plan for, you know, when the time comes that the school bus no longer comes to pick up their child, because that's a big deal. Our actual team, I would say the majority of us are all special needs parents. So we are very understanding. I know this is a very emotional journey, not just to talk about money. So we're there to help in any way we can. We work with a lot of attorneys locally as well when it comes to special needs trusts and how to fund those and how to set those up. So even if we're not a good fit, we will probably know someone that we can get the family in contact with. So there's never a dumb question. Somebody can call me anytime just to ask me what I think about something or how to get them in contact with the right resources. I'll do a plug now with my cell phone. So if anybody's listening and they need some help, my cell phone number is 919-273-0021, because as you can tell, we're working remotely still, unfortunately. So I wish we could all be together, but unfortunately that's not the case this year. And if you're a new family, I wanted to say welcome. You have found an amazing community and organization. I'm looking at some of these faces, and I know some people on here already, and I want to just say, you know, don't be scared to reach out. These organizations are fantastic, and Lauren does a wonderful job, obviously, with the Down Syndrome Association for Delaware. So I hope this all goes well this evening. But as I said, if you're a new family, feel free to call me. Even if you're not ready to start doing the financial planning side of things, it's good just to meet with me and have a general chat, even if we don't meet for another 10, 15 years. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you, Lauren.
Thank you, Sophie. Jennifer.
Hi, everyone. My name is Jennifer Tozer. I am here today to represent the Division of Developmental Disability Services. We are a branch of the Department of Health and Social Services here in Delaware, and we provide a variety of supports and services to individuals and families that have intellectual and developmental disabilities. Some of those services include targeted case management and respite services. Our full eligibility starts at age of 13, but there is a presumptive eligibility process that starts at the age 3, where parents can access respite and targeted case management. Part of the division's role is to operate the home and community-based Medicaid waiver, the 1950C lifespan waiver. We also operate the Medicaid Pathways to Employment Home and Community-based state plan amendment. And these are essentially funding sources to services that your son or daughter may benefit from in the future to explore employment and community participation and access to the community, as well as some in-home support. So our role is really just to help individuals get connected, to have the services and supports that they need to live their good life. So we encourage anyone to reach out to our any office. You can find us on the website. I should have had a slide prepared, but it's www.dhss/ddds.gov. And you can reach out to me at any time. Depending on when you're viewing this, most of us are working remotely, but you can call any of the site branches, and you can reach me at jennifer.tozer@delaware.gov or 302-893-6308, or you can just get a hold of Lauren and she'll get us connected. So thank you.
Thank you. And anyone, feel free to put your name and contact information if you're representing an organization in the chat. I believe with the recording, it will record that as well. Thank you. Sally, your turn.
Okay, thank you so much. I'm Sally Price. I'm the camp director at Easter Seals Camp Fairlee, and we're in Chestertown, Maryland. So we provide several different programs. We have our traditional summer camp program, which is 6-day sessions, and we have a 12-day session. We also have weekend respite services that are throughout the year, and from September usually to May, the end of May. We also offer a vacation program. So historically, we usually take a Disney trip. We go on several cruises. Of course, we did not go on a cruise this year or Disney. COVID kind of stopped our program in midstream, but and we don't know when we're going to start that program again. We are going to take local trips, hopefully this coming summer. So we do provide the vacation program, respite services, and our summer program. And the thing that's wonderful about our summer camp program is our ratio is typically 1-to-1 or 3 campers to 1 staff, and depending on people's independence. And our ages are from 6 to adult. Our oldest camper's in her 80s. So it's age-appropriate programming, which is really important. And we have a variety of programs, from pottery, we have a beautiful butterfly garden, we have a climbing tower, zip line, horseback riding, swimming, adaptable canoe and kayaks. So we have a wide variety of things to offer. And it's really a wonderful opportunity for people to get independence away from home for the first time. And typically, a good start age, especially, is around 12. We are accredited with the American Camp Association, and we were established in 1954. And we did not have services this summer. We had a virtual program. So we are planning, I've already started hiring staff and getting ready for 2021 and hopefully getting the word out our application by the end of October.
Awesome. Thank you very much. I think we have covered everybody that is here representing an organization. We have some families represented, which I see on. If you missed the beginning of this presentation, it is being recorded, and I will post it in the parent group as well. And go ahead, Megan.
This is Megan from Nemours Therapy Services again. I just wanted to add that Nemours is opening another location down in Milford, Delaware, so more south for some of our Southern Delaware families, and that location will open in April 2021.
Awesome. That's great news. So this will be recorded and families will have access to it, but I thank you all so much for your time, and for those families that hopped on late, I'll post a link in the parent group so you can view it. But thanks for taking a moment out of your evening, and it was good to see everybody's faces. Have a good night.
Thank you, Lauren. Good night.
Bye.
Thank you, everybody.